The living seal. Long before the roots remembered their names, two miners entered a passage that should have remained closed. Jim walked first. Stan followed with the lantern. Beneath the mountain, they found a silver chest, untouched by rust, carved with signs neither man could read. The moment Jim lifted the lid, the darkness inside breathed. It was called the Veil. It had waited without hunger, without sleep, and now it poured through the mine like living smoke. The men escaped, but the shadow followed them into the waking world. Only old Dan understood what had been released. On his table lay forgotten maps, the story of 7 roots, and the warning of a medallion forged to bind what no sword could kill. Dan summoned Galinor, a 12-year-old boy, whose courage was greater than his fear. Galinor carried a carved wooden apple, a humble object holding an ancient promise. Together with Jim, they crossed the forest toward the hidden sanctuary, while the veil whispered that every heart could be bought. Above the silver lake, the dragon Drakar descended through the mist. He did not come as a monster. He came as the last guardian of the seal. At the stone circle, the veil rose around them. Jim placed the medallion into the ring. Dan stood between the shadow and the boy. One by one, 7 buried roots awakened, filling the water with silver light. The veil spoke to Galinor. It offered power, safety, and a world without loss. But the boy raised the wooden apple and answered with a choice the darkness could not understand. No, the roots seized the shadow. Drakar opened his wings over the others and breathed a single line of white fire. It burned the final dark thread without touching the living. Then the medallion sank beneath the roots. Stone closed over silver. The lake became still. The veil was not destroyed. Some evils cannot be erased. They can only be denied a doorway. And so the strongest seal was not the medallion, nor the dragon's fire. It was the courage of a child who refused to surrender his heart. The living seal. Inspired by the creation of the medallion by Yordanova,